I'm here with Mark Batterson, pastor of National Community Church. Such an honor to be here with you again, day 2 of our video shoot. And I'm so excited about his new book. It's called The Circle Maker. And the thing that I love so much about this book is really explained in the subtitle. It's praying circles around your biggest dreams and greatest fears. Now, Mark, explain the concept to me of praying circles and where did Circle Maker even come from? And the thing that I really love is that sometimes people can have kind of a New Age view of kind of this New Age sense of praying circles or drawing circles around things, but you take it all back to a very biblical sense and in a true, unpacking of the reality of the power of prayer without swinging the pendulum to either a weird New Age place or a weird place of like, name it and claim it. You know what I'm saying? And I love that about you. I love how your book and your message is so biblically grounded. So where did it come from?
Yeah. Well, it comes from a true Jewish legend. In the 1st century BC, there was a drought in Israel, and it threatened to destroy a generation. Now, this is the generation before Jesus. And there's one man in Israel who's famous for praying for rain. His name was Honi, the Circle Maker. And so the people asked him to pray, and here's what he did. He took his staff, and he drew this circle in the sand, and then he knelt in that circle, and he prayed this prayer. Sovereign Lord, I swear before your great name that I will not leave this circle until you have mercy upon your children. I mean, it was a bold prayer.
That is bold.
To say I'm not leaving until it rains, there's some risk involved in that.
And there hadn't been rain in
No, it had been a long time. The drought, was
severe.
And so it starts to rain. But here's the beautiful thing. Honi then says, not for such rain have I prayed, because it was just sprinkling. He said, I pray for the rain that will fill pits and caverns and cisterns. And it's like the heavens open. It starts to pour. In fact, in the historical Jewish writings, it said that the people had to flee to the Temple Mount because of flash floods.
Wow.
So he's still in his circle praying. And then he says, not for such rain have I prayed, but for the rain of your favor, blessing, and graciousness. And it starts to rain in perfect moderation. Now, here's what's so interesting. The Sanhedrin, who we know from Scripture, were very critical of Jesus and his methods and kind of his faith. They threatened to excommunicate him, but you can't argue with the miracle. Right. And so they ended up honoring him. In fact, his prayer was called a prayer that saved a generation.
Wow.
And so the Circle Maker really is about the power of a single prayer. You are one prayer away from a totally different life. I believe that. I believe in the power of prayer. I don't believe there's anything more powerful than kneeling before that throne of grace, before the Almighty Creator. And again, like you said, it's not about then getting what we want. I mean, God is not a genie, and about our wish is not his command. His command better be our wish. But if we start praying the will of God for the glory of God and start circling things in prayer, look out.
Wow.
Some amazing things are going to happen.
And what I love about the Circle Maker in the book is you talk about being a pastor in Washington, D.C., where the nation's laws and policies and decisions, you are in the heart of where all of the activity centers in our nation. It's the heart of the government of our nation. And you, one man, decided to do, was it a 4.7-mile prayer walk around this city, around sort of the heart of Capitol Hill, and you asked God for some bold things. You asked God to entrust to you the opportunity to start a church here and to make a significant impact. Not just an impact, but a true significant impact. And now, just a few years after that, the Lord has entrusted you. Thousands of people in our nation's capital are coming to church, one church in 7 locations. And I just can't tell you, the stories in your book have given me permission in my life to truly pray in a different way, to stop praying so safe, like, oh, I just want to pray like these safe prayers because I don't want to set God up for failure. You know, how crazy is that?
Right.
And it's not like it's easy for a Christian to admit that, but I'll be honest, you know, sometimes my prayers are just a little too safe.
Yeah.
And I love that you've given me permission to pray in a bolder way, a more excited way about both my dreams and my fears, but also about my everyday life things, and to gain a true sense of confidence that this is a connection with God. And however God's will plays out, that's God's business.
Yeah.
My business, though, is to bring it before the throne.
Yeah.
I pray that this has encouraged you today, and I really pray that you will get The Circle Maker, this biblical book on praying for your biggest dreams, your greatest fears, and doing prayer circles in your own life. And Pastor Mark, thank you for being with us today.
God bless.